What is going on YouTube? This is another video by your boy KDG, Knox Disc Golf. I appreciate you guys. I got a lot of feedback, a lot of awesome comments last video. My last video was a tip on how to increase your driving distance. I really hope that helped you guys. I hope you guys are experiencing 50 extra feet of distance, maybe even 100 for some of you. I got a lot of comments, a lot of reviews, a lot of feedback that was very helpful feedback for me to be able to do these videos. One of the ones that was the most consistent was that people just said I'm too long-winded, and that this video, the 14-minute video that I made, could have been a 3-minute video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of come halfway for you guys, and I'm gonna try to cut this directly in half, keep it about 7 minutes or shorter, depending on basically whatever rabbit trail I go on. So forgive me for that, guys. I appreciate the support, appreciate the feedback. So let's get into it. What is this video about? I got a lot of plastic in front of me right now. Excited to share this tip. It's gonna be in the description, obviously. This is a video on how to increase your forehand distance and your forehand form. This is an awesome topic, something that has hugely helped me in my disc golf game. I was early on, I was strictly backhand. I know a lot of you, you're either one or the other. You're strictly backhand or you're strictly forehand. And I want to try to help you guys develop a game. In order to be competitive in this disc golf game now, you have to be both. Ricky Wysocki, there's no question why he's the #1 player in the world. He's the best putter, but he's also the best at backhand and forehand. Not maybe the best at either or, but that combination that he has makes him vastly superior. So this video is to help you guys develop. I'm an avid disc golfer, average disc golfer, but I've learned some things over my time playing that I think will help. So in forehand, I'm not gonna go over grips because there's so many videos on grips and you guys pretty much understand a forehand grip. What I'm going to help you with is where I failed early on. I thought that the right way to learn forehand form, sidearm form, is to throw something very overstable and then just kind of learn how to get it to go nice and smooth. That is the opposite that you want to do, guys. So let's take a look at this. We have ourselves a lot of plastic here, and if you notice, all of these discs are going to be stable to understable. You got your crank, pipeline, dataless, heat. Okay, so why do I say that? So just like putting, if you want to increase distance, like I talked about in the last video, use your putters. This video is about using understable drivers or fairway drivers to increase distance, not just in distance, because this whole thing is a tip on how to increase your distance when you start going back to overstable discs. All these discs, throwing an understable disc for forehand is going to be a form checker. It's going to check your form. One of the best discs that I recommend off the bat, fairway driver, the Heat. It's very just stable. It's a straight flyer. It's not really understable, but it's not overstable either. This is a great disc to check your form when it comes to forehand, practicing your forehand. So go out to a field, grab in your bag your most understable drivers or fairway drivers, and go out and practice this. Use your standard forehand grip, whatever you use, power grip. I particularly use kind of a modified power grip. You could use stack grip, whatever. But go out and start practicing with an understable disc. So everything's gonna be the same. The routine's gonna be the same. Your run-up's gonna be the same. I'm not even gonna give you tips on that because everyone understands, relatively how to do it. However, you will notice that your discs will fly way different. A lot of them are gonna be dumping. A lot of them are gonna be turning into forehand rollers. As you progress in your forehand, you're gonna start noticing you're gonna get your understable disc to stand up nice and flat and carry very straight. Okay, now why this is so important to use stable to understable discs, like something like a Nuke SS, a Daedalus, a Colossus, something high speed, is it'll help you, a crank, something high speed, is it will help you develop great forehand form that will translate later when you go to your destroyers or your forces or your punishers or your whatever, overstable high-speed driver. It's going to really improve your form and therefore improve your distance. So if you can start getting an understable high-speed driver to stop turning over and turning into a forehand roller and just to carry straight, you're working on your form. Your form is already improving. And so like I said, just get yourself something relatively understable. The more understable, honestly, the better, because it's going to help you get that touch. If you can get something that is like a Mamba or something very understable, and you can kind of get that touch forehand, you can start feeling how you need to release the disc, where your form is lacking, where you need to improve your form, where you need to release it on a hyzer. That's my next point. The last 2 minutes I'm gonna take is basically, you need to learn to throw a forehand on a hyzer line rather than always throwing it on an ante line. See, a lot of people, the reason why they love like the Nuke OS or very overstable disc for forehand is because they throw the flex. They throw it on ante and they let it come back, and it corrects their errors. It corrects all of their form errors. That's why people go to overstable discs. But if you want to start learning to throw distance forehands and increasing your distance in your forehand, you need to learn to throw on hyzer. And the only way that you can learn to throw on hyzer is throwing something initially when you're starting out, something understable. And because it's going to ride and flip over and turn into a roller when you're throwing it too hard, or you're doing too much snap or have too much torque, and it's going to start correcting itself, and you're going to learn to throw on a hyzer flip forehand, basically. And then once you start losing the hyzer flip forehand, you're going to immediately start seeing an improvement when you go to your overstable drivers. And then start gradually going up. Don't go immediately back to your really overstable disc. Go back to something that is relatively stable, like a destroyer or something along those lines, and you'll start seeing a vast improvement, guaranteed a vast improvement on your forehand distance. But what you need to do is go out into a field over and over and over again and practice with something understable, a Daedalus, a Nuke, a Colossus, maybe even something more understable than that, or a fairway driver like a Stalker or an XL or a Crank or a Pipeline or a Heat. So the Heat is my personal favorite because it's slower and it's gonna develop that touch hyzer. So anyways, guys, this is another tip from KDG. Coming at you, just an average disc golfer that's learned some things that I want to help you guys out. I love the feedback of last video. I hope I helped you guys, and I know that you guys are going to develop an amazing forehand game and develop your entire game by using these quick, easy little tips. Again, nothing on grip, just going to understable rather than always throwing those ante flex shots. So there it is, guys. There's my quick tip. I got a 7.5 minutes. I hope that's better for you guys who thought I just was dragging it on. There you go, guys. I hope we made you happy. Come back again. I'm loving these tip videos, and I'll just keep bringing you guys what I'm learning over the time of my disc golf career. So appreciate it, guys. You guys have fun. I'll catch you next time. Real quick, guys, before I end the video, I wanted to do a little plug. I got a comment in from a viewer. His name, I believe it's Justifer. So shout out to Justifer. Interesting name, but I like it. And he agreed with me when I did my essential oil little plug on my Punisher video. And I did want to bring this. He recommended this as well. He said this is something that he was using, and so I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. If you guys struggle with joint pain or muscle pain after playing disc golf or going out to the field and throwing a lot, I know for me, my elbow here just throbs like crazy, especially when I'm throwing forehand. That's actually the reason why I had to look for something, is because since I've been developing my forehand, I have been experiencing some severe pain in my elbow because of that. Maybe I don't warm up enough or whatever. I feel like I do. I feel like I stretch enough, but it still doesn't help. So this stuff is called Cool Azul by Young Living. I'll give you guys a post in the description of my member number and where you can get this at. Super amazing company, Young Living, awesome products, all natural. There's gonna be no harsh chemicals inside these products, but this is a all natural pain relief cream. That lathers very well. It kind of goes on kind of like sunscreen, but you just put it on wherever area, for me it's my elbow, whatever area that is giving you irritation in your joints after a disc golf round or when you're practicing or before a round, before you actually want to hit and you want to get your arm warmed up. This stuff is amazing because it's like it cools it, and then also like it feels very warm at the same time. So you feel like it helps in your warm-up process, but at the end of a round, it kind of cools it down as well. So it has like a cooling effect and a pain relief where it just takes that throbbing away. So really cool. Go check it out, guys. Young Living. I'll give you guys my little member number in the description, and you can order right from me. That's one way that you can support this channel. Appreciate it, guys.